Hello guys, welcome to the latest video from KTV. Welcome to a very special video from my channel, and welcome to my bedroom again. Got some lovely surroundings, plus I'm sat in the chair, so you know, there you go. I'd like to welcome you all to my 2017 year in review. In this video I'm going to be talking about all the different trips I did, including trains app videos and video diaries that were just sole video diaries. And for each one I'm going to be telling you about a highlight from each trip, one that I thought stood out from the most. That doesn't mean I'm going to be showing, I'll tell you about that now actually. After each highlight is going to cut to a clip. In that clip we'll show you the highlight I'm talking about, and yeah, that's basically it really. So, welcome to part 1. There'll be 3 parts. Part 1 will range from January over to May. Part 2 will be May over to September. And part 3 will be September over to December. So, yes. 3 different parts up in 3 consecutive days, so I really hope you guys will enjoy this. So, yeah, let's get straight into it, because I don't want to dilly-daddle, or whatever the word is. So, the 7th of January was my first trip of 2017, and I went to Gloucester and Cheltenham Spa. This was during the old Rover series, which is, by the way, restarting in February. So, in Gloucester, the platforms are really long. It extends right down through along the track. It's incredible. There's some great views because of it. It's a very straight platform as well, but I think it's platform 4. No, it's not. It's platform... Oh, if I'm correct, it's platform 1. That's never really used unless cross-country go in there for diverting, reversing and stuff. So, yeah, let me carry on with that. So, at Gloucester, we saw some turbo stars, some Arriva trains Wales 1. Saw an Arriva Trains Wales 158, I think it was 819 we saw. I saw an Arriva Trains Wales 150. So I saw a Brighton Thursday, which is fond of a -9. I think it was 926 if I'm correct in saying that, or it might have been, actually no, it was 938 when it was 938. Plus some other bits as well. HSTs of course, but yeah, Gloucester was a lovely station, had some great people along with me. But yeah, it was a really nice station. What I'm going to be doing as well for each video, I'm going to tell you exactly how many views and stuff it got, how many likes it ended up getting. So if I'm looking at Gloucester right now, it ended up tallying up a total of 3,419 views and 71 likes. So yeah, pretty good turnout for Gloucester. Thank you very much for that. 118 comments as well, blimey. Right, the second station on that trip was Cheltenham Spa. Now, Cheltenham Spa I've had problems with before. I was absolutely worried about going back to this station, because I even said at the end of my Gloucester video, I might see you in Cheltenham Spa, I might not, depending on what they said about what the staff said. Luckily the staff were fine, and we had an absolutely brilliant session there. I got a 37-minute video out of it, which was thoroughly deserved for Cheltenham Spa. It's so good. It's got the additional long-distance cross-country services through Voyagers and HSTs. On that day there was a Penzance Manchester, which actually was Truro Manchester Piccadilly, due to engineering where it's beyond Truro. We saw HST, cross-country HST that was, going to Leeds from Plymouth. I think it was the 12:25 of Plymouth if I remember correctly. We just saw some brilliant stuff. Cheltenham was a good station. Cheltenham got 5,582 views and 75 likes, so pretty good for that one. I was actually surprised how well Cheltenham did, because I didn't think Cheltenham was that much liked for a station, but it's got good variety, it really has. I recommend it. So, the highlight of that trip definitely was seeing the cross-country HSC at Cheltenham Spa. So, without further ado, let's go to the clip. We'll leave also the 1511 service to Leeds is ready to go. 43357.
Go on.
Yeah. Brilliant two-tone, thank you very much.
Hey, party now is 43357. Medium the house 1511. Cross-country service to Leeds from Plymouth.
23,378. So there you go. That was a cross-country HST at Cheltenham Spa. Looking very nice, of course, because it's a cross-country HST. So let's move on to the next trip. The second trip was on the 14th of January. We went to Patchway and Severn Tunnel Junction. It was the first time that Miss British Train Band to 69, Katrina, one half of British Train Band to 69 anyway, came along to join us. I believe it was her first time joining us. Yes, it was, yeah. It was Katrina's first time joining us, I'm sure it was. No, it wasn't. It was, no, she joined us before. But it was one of the very first few times that Katrina came to join us. And first time in ages that Tristan Laurie came back to see me again, which was really nice to see him again. So, Patchway was okay at the time. I went there during when nothing really happened for anything special. So we saw passing HSTs and passing 158s plus the Taunton stoppers. That went back to Cardiff Central as well. Patchway is a good station. It has some nice views. It's very sort of industrial background. It's a bit run down outside the station. It's literally just outside Bristol, but it is a nice little station. For views, Patchway only has just passed 1,500, so it's got 1,582 views and 51 likes. So, okay, that sounds good. That's pretty good. And the second station was Severn Tunnel Junction. Now, this station is incredible. Severn Tunnel Junction is a brilliant station. It's literally, you just enter Wales. It's the first station you get to in South Wales if you're coming from Bristol. The only trains that really stop there are the Taunton stoppers plus Arriva trains as well to Maidenhead and Cheltenham Spa / Cardiff Central / Fishguard Harbour / Gloucester. There's a lot that happens at Severn Tunnel Junction really. You do get a few like maybe 10-minute waits, but literally there's so much that happens. You see cross-country turbo stars, Arriva trains Wales, you see Great Western Railway HSTs, you see Great Western Railway 158s, 150s. We saw Arriva 158 there I believe and an Arriva 150, so yeah, it was all pretty good at Severn Tunnel Junction when we went there. I mean, I can definitely say it was a lovely station with some lovely, lovely views. Straight down the track, it was absolutely glorious. And speaking of something that was absolutely glorious, the highlight was seeing the Arriva 158 at Severn Tunnel Junction, because it was really nice to see an Arriva 158 in South Wales, because it was literally the first time I've seen it. So, without further ado, let's cut to that clip. Okay, next train to show up is the 1537 Arriva Trains Wales service to Cheltenham Spa from Maidenhead, and it's for another 158. Cheltenham Spa.
That's good. In fact, we would have seen the service at Gloucester.
158819.
158819.
That's funny because last week we saw 880. That's funny because last week we saw 880. Last week we saw 818. Okay, see it go out in a minute. Okay, off it goes. Okay, so the next trip, before I carry on actually, Severn Tunnel Junction racked in 2,785 views and got 74 likes. So, yeah, okay. We went out again on the weekend after, which was the weekend of my first ever video diary, which was the 21st of January. This was my first ever video diary called Coping with Arriva, I believe it was, yes it was. It was called Coping with Arriva, and I went to Newport, Cardiff Central and Cardiff Queen Street. So, Newport is certain Quack Quack Duck Rail Duck Brian, or RB Rails local. It's also local of B Tucker videos as well, so both of them I've met now. They're great people. Newport was a good station. Newport had so much that Severn Tunnel Junction didn't have. It's got the Manchester Piccadilly trains, the Milford Haven trains, the Carmarthen trains, it's got some terminating services. It's got anything that goes along the Welsh marches basically, and except for obviously the Swansea stuff that goes through Shrewsbury, because that enters the Welsh marches for a little bit. Actually said I'd do West Midlands Railway. And Great Western Railway HSTs. Right, I'm going off topic. Right, Newport was good. Newport didn't have the greatest of views, but towards the tunnels towards Cardiff, that view is sensational. It really is. So Newport is a top station. Great variety. Love to see everything that we saw there. It's just so busy for such a small station. Literally on diverts, it goes crazy. Cardiff Central is a brilliant station. Oh, actually, I keep forgetting. Newport got 2,114 views and 62 likes. Cardiff Central was the next station on that day. That was absolutely rampacked. It was the biggest turnout of an event that I've organised ever. 20 people. I'm not going to name them all because this video is meant to be having a certain length. So Newport was good. Cardiff Central was even better. Cardiff Central had so much variety. At the time there was a lot of work going on at the station trying to improve everything. That work's finished now, I believe. But Cardiff Central has a lot of great stuff. It's got all the Valley Line traction. It's got obviously everything going to Manchester. It's got everything going to Maesteg. Some services start there. Obviously got the Ebervale branch. So yeah, it's a great station. 3,326 views, 66 likes. So not a big difference in likes between Newport and Cardiff Central really. Cardiff Queen Street, on the other hand, was the first ever Valley Line station that I've done. And I haven't really ventured beyond that, and I will be doing it at some stage for the Rover. So Cardiff Queen Street was a really nice station. However, it was a bit of a pickle, as me and Charlie, or Great Western Spot, or Charlie's Rail Photography would know. We got to Cardiff Queen Street and then got told by the staff we had to go back to Cardiff Central to get permission. But that turned out we didn't actually have to do that, so it was a bit mad. Great traction, 150s, not so much paces, but 153s on the Cardiff Bay shuttle. We also got to bash the Cardiff Bay line, which was very nice as well. So, it's got 1,422 views and 47 likes, so yes. The highlight of the trip was seeing 172 and 002 at Cardiff Central. Easily was the highlight of that trip. It was absolutely brilliant. So, without further ado, to the clip we go. Albie. Okay, arriving in now is a Great Western Railway service to Port Talbot Parkway, which is formed of 43, 172 and 002, yes! 43 002s on the rear. Nice away from the driver, 43 172. Huzzah! We're a piece of amazing action on the rear. 43 002. It's here again! Right, so we move on to the last trip of January, which was the 28th, and I visited some local stations in South Wales. Pontyclun, Llanharan, Pencoed and Bridgend. The first three stations were really basic. The best station out of the three was easily Llanharan, because it's probably the most well looked after, it's the best looked after station out of all three of them. Pontyclun is very rough from looking at it, because a lot of people around there sort of just seem to be hanging around that station. It just seems like a very rough place. Pencoed was a complete mess, although it has some very interesting staggered platforms with a level crossing in the middle. At Pencoed we saw a little bit of something that some guys who went, that was British Train Banter, RB Rail and SFT fan will know. We saw something called a chip shop shelter. Basically, one of the shelters at Pencoed literally had some spilt fish and chips on it. I think it was just chips. It literally was a complete mess. We didn't really want to even sit down. It was mental. And then Bridgend was a really nice station. It was the best station out of them all. It was nice to film it at night as well. I really liked it. So yeah, so for Pontyclean it developed 1,118 views and 40 likes. Clonharron 1,258 views, 48 likes. Pencoed 1,231 views and 36 likes. Bridgend 1,563 views and 49 likes. So Bridgend was the most liked video out of all four. Bridgend was good. It was, as I say, the best station out of the lot. It was very, very difficult to pick a highlight of this trip because a lot of things that we saw, I've just seen before. There wasn't really anything really special to really surprise me, or really just to get me. But then I looked and I realised that we did see a clip of a HST beautifully powering up at Clonharron, so that I've given the highlight. Check it out, here it comes. Okay, next one to pass through is a HST from Port Talbot Parkway to London Paddington, giving it some good old thrash as it goes along. Brilliant. The rear was 43,189. Right, so we move into February, and the first station that I visited in February was an absolute gem. It was Pyle. This was on the 4th of February. Pyle was incredible. The speed that the HSTs go through is brilliant. We saw stopping 175, we saw a pacer, yuck. But loads of passing stuff was just brilliant. I couldn't fault that station at all, it was really good. The other two stations I visited were Port Talbot Parkway and Neath. I did miss Baglan and Britain Ferry, but next time I'm not, so don't worry about that. Port Talbot Parkway is a really nice, it's a very industrial station because the scenery around it, you've basically got a whole sort of industrial town, and then you've got the mountains, or the hills, or whatever you want to call them, the mountains right in the background. It's really weird. It's the weirdest town I've ever visited for that. And then Neath was nice. Neath, we had a party going on, it was quite funny. It was very, very busy, but it was a very enjoyable station, for sure. The highlight had to be one of the passing HSTs at Pyle. So, again, a passing HST. Here comes the clip. Okay, passing through now will be a HST from Swansea to London Paddington. They are all returning to Swansea today, thank goodness. So, oh, listen to that. Blimey, that was a close call, but So Pyle got 1,148 views and 55 likes. Port Talbot got 1,472 views and 49 likes. And Neath got 1,149 views and 39 likes. So Port Talbot Park was the most viewed. Pyle was the most liked. Yay, Pyle! The day after that, I went to Plymouth on the 5th of February to meet Darth Cook, who is someone who wanted to meet up. He also lives in Plymouth, and also the first time that Cornwall Trains fan, or was he was just known as Max Mountford back then. It was basically it was the second time that Max had featured in the video. He's now Cornwall Trains fan, but at the time he was called Max Mountford. It was also the first time that, I believe it was anyway, it was the first time that my new intro featured. It was actually. It was not so new anymore, it's nearly a year old and it's getting updated, so yeah, Plymouth obviously was really good. There's no highlight flags, it was an extra trip, but it was great. Okay, so we move on to the 11th of February and Bristol Parkway and Bristol Temple Meads. I took a weekend off of the Rover to go and visit Parkway and Temple Meads. I've not been to visit them in a long time. The stations themselves were really good. Bristol Parkway, I visited it a good few times. I visited no I didn't. I was about to say I saw Stalker, but I didn't. Bristol Parkway had some really nice stuff. Bristol Temple Meads did. The highlight of Bristol Parkway had to be the really odd combination of a 150-2 and a South West Trains 158. It was just such an odd combo, but it was a highlight because it was weird. So yeah, that's the highlight for that. So here comes a clip for Bristol Parkway with the 150 and 158. Okay, departing now is the 11:53 Great Western Railway service to Gloucester, and on the rear of it is a South West Trains 158. That just does not look right.
11:54.
So it's 152.21. Oh my word! James, the new livery one. It's 880. $158,880 is on the rear. Blimey. That's the new liveried 158. Blimey. Bristol Parkway got 1,773 views and 65 likes. Bristol Temple Meads got 2,321 views and 54 likes. So Bristol Parkway has more likes in that trip. The final one, before I went back onto Rover, I took another break on the 13th, which is a weekday, and I went to Salisbury and Eastleigh. Or Eastleigh and Salisbury. It was the first time I met 444 Productions, or Harry, and it was the first time that Johnny's Vlogs came with me. He's my friend from college who joined. Eastleigh was brilliant. It was the first time I visited it in ages. Railwaves came with us as well. It's a very rare appearance from Railwaves, Martin. Eastleigh was fantastic. The freight there was incredible. Everything about the station was just brilliant. And Salisbury was... it was okay. I'd definitely say Eastleigh was better. But Salisbury was really nice. But yeah, the highlight of it was at Eastleigh. A freight train came by and the Voyager overtook it. So that's the highlight of Eastleigh and Salisbury, that trip. So here that comes. Brilliant two-tone. Two 21128. Of course, the freight as well. Also coming through, following that, $220,014 off to Manchester Piccadilly, racing the freight. So we then didn't go back onto Rover again the weekend after that. We did the 18th of February. And we went on diverts to Lydney, Chepstow and Caldicot for some cross-country diverts that went through Newport and Gloucester. Now, Lydney was a very boring station out of them all. It was really nice because we got to see the Dean Forest Railway. I did go and film a little bit of the area, which was quite nice. But at the end of the day, it wasn't fantastic. Chepstow was beautiful. Caldicot was amazing. So yeah, just to confirm as well, I forgot to say, Eastleigh got... 1,879 likes, views and 56 likes. And Salisbury got 1,220 views and 50 likes. Lydney got 1,212 views and 45 likes. Chepstow got 1,026, it's just past 1,000, and 42 likes. And Caldicot got 1,478 views and 45 likes. Lydney was basic, Chepstow was lovely, and Caldicot was just incredible. The highlight of it all was a very difficult choice, but I gave it to another HST. Kidding, I didn't really. I gave it to a convoy of freights. Now, there is someone who it did make me chuckle when it happened. But if you guys have seen what's his name, ScotRail 17401. he joined me for that video as well as a few others, and a convoy of freight went by, and when it went by his tripod fell over. It was pretty funny, so the highlight of it was him. So yeah, it was quite funny, and everyone had a good chuckle about it afterwards, but it was pretty funny. So here it comes anyway. That's the highlight. Way of the noise.
E.
So here we go. Wish me luck. There's loads of them.
Oh god, it's B&Q, look at all those sheds.
It's B&Q. 66, 207, 112, 158, 138, 111, 155, 149, 065 and 066.
Oh fuck!
So for the next lot, I was up in London, and I did a few stations on the 24th of February. Yeah, 24th February. I visited Jamie's local, Mill Hill Broadway. He was very happy. He joined me as well. He was the only person who joined throughout the whole day. Finsbury Park, South Kensington, Ealing Broadway, Clapham Junction and Stratford International, all on the 24th of February. For that trip, it was really fun to go and tour around London and do it something like that. I was going to do West Ruislip, but I didn't get time, and I didn't actually realise I should have just got on the tube and gone across to South Ruislip tube, South Ruislip or West Ruislip tube station, or whatever it was, the closest one to West Ruislip, and got a train from there. I didn't think of that. I just thought of going via main lines. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I just wanted to ride in Chiltern. I probably would have done anyway. So there was a lot that happened, and it was all brilliant. View-wise and like-wise, Mill Hill Broadway got 1,396 views and 48 likes. Finsbury Park, 2,101 views and 56 likes. South Kensington, 1,770 views and 54 likes. Ealing Broadway, 4,175 views, 75 likes. That did really well. And Clapham Junction, 818 views, 1,818 I said, 52 likes. And Stratford International, 1,964 views and 51 likes. So I had to pick a highlight out of these. It was very, very difficult because so much happened, so much awesomeness happened. But I had to be spotting 43238 at Finsbury Park, because something about that just made it absolutely brilliant. I love VTEC HSTs, they're one of my favourite liveried HSTs, so it was definitely that. So here comes that clip. T115, okay, also passing through is another VTEC HST from London King's Cross to Leeds. That's funny. Grand Central Adelante VTEC HST. Grand Central Adelante VTEC HST. Great two-tone. Brilliant. Yeah, just filming. Oh, ho, ho. 43313 and the amazing 43238. Oh, I love that vinyl so much. So the next trip was finally, we went back to Rover on the 11th of March. It took ages, and I went back. I was on the 3rd. I don't think I did anything on the 3rd of March. Or did I? I don't remember. Anyway, was it the 3rd? Ignore me. Sorry, ignore me. Just ignore my rubbish. Right, it was the 11th of March I went out, and I went to Swansea, Llanelli and Carmarthen. Now, Swansea was a brilliant station. It had probably the most frequent traction out of everything we saw. Llanelli was beautiful. It was quite funny. Very quiet location, but very nice. And Carmarthen was simply glorious. Carmarthen was just amazing. Carmarthen just stood out so well. You get to stand on a level crossing and face the trains. It's actually that cool. Swansea got 2,289 views and 59 likes. Llanelli got 1,687 views and 51 likes. Carmarthen got 2,117 views and 42 likes. Swansea featured the highlight of a certain Sean, whose hat went onto the train tracks, and a member of staff went to retrieve it. So that is the highlight for that trip. Here it comes. Okay guys, it's time for the almighty rescue mission.
Yep, put a bit of dog out.
The hat is being retrieved. So at that time I'd finished in Wales and I'd moved into Oxfordshire, and I did two brilliant stations in Didcot Parkway and Oxford on the 18th of March. They couldn't have been any better. Didcot Parkway was beautiful, Oxford was amazing. Didcot Park was easily the best station, although we missed our train and I got frustrated. But Oxford was brilliant. It was also the first time I met Oliver Marco Blake HD. Met him at Oxford. It was the first time he'd met. It was nice to meet him, and we've been friends ever since. So, yay! That was it. I'm going to get into what was on the beginning of March in a second. But Didcot Parkway got 3,698 views and 59 likes. And Oxford got 3,277 views and 65 likes. So Oxford got more likes, but Didcot got more views. So, yeah. The highlight of it all was really tough, but it had to be that passing HST at Didcot Parkway. It was the first time I'd been there in ages, and a HST just came thundering right through. It definitely won it. Here it is. Okay, passing through now is 1 Boxtrot 20 from London Paddington to Swansea, non-stop. That is 43196 and 43091. I also did a video diary for that one, which was called called Mainline Madness, which was really good. 8th of April, I did my 3rd anniversary special at Weymouth and Bournemouth on the South Wales Main Line. Weymouth was brilliant because we saw a rail tour, which is obviously going to be the highlight of the trip, which I'm going to show in a minute. Weymouth was it was a very sunny day. It was very fun to film. I just love Weymouth so much. It's a lovely station. Bournemouth was really nice. It was I did say at the time it was the better station in Weymouth, but looking back on it, I think Weymouth was the better station. Bournemouth was really nice. Cross country featured there, as well as a lot of South Western Railway stock. But it was a very nice trip. So, my 3rd anniversary special was on the is actually on the 15th of April every year. So next year will be my 4th year anniversary special. That's going to be in conjunction with whatever's going to be on that weekend. I'll just class it as, I think, because it would just be nice to sort of remind myself what the date is, because it's quite a nice time to remember, really. How long ago I've actually started filming and travelling. So, but yeah, they were both lovely stations. Bournemouth's got a beautiful canopy as well, and it's a lovely town, but just a bad football team. Sorry, Kia. Anyway, let's move on. Weymouth got 1,862 views and 59 likes. Bournemouth got 3,077 views and 79 likes. Very good. Here comes the highlight of the rail tour at Weymouth. Okay, arriving in now is going to be the Royal Essex steam, terminating from Three Bridges. Formed of a beautiful locomotive with the West Coast Railways 47 on the rear. Number itself 34052. That is beautiful. It's Lord Dowding. And as a rear bit on there, as we already have confirmed, there's a West Coast Railways 47, which we'll get numbers of shortly. Pretty much true. Oh, alright. Phil, it's a 57.
Very nice.
So after Weymouth and Bournemouth were done, I went out on a weekday to Starcross, and I went to see Trains Fan UK and Virgin Trains Fan and RW Rail Clips. It was my first time meeting RW Rail Clips, I think. Yes, it was, and it was really nice to meet him. But I've met Virgin Trains Fan before, briefly. And no, hang on, I have met RW Rail Clips before, but briefly. First time I've done a Trains Out video with him in it. And Trains Fan UK is a good friend of mine. I've known him a long time. He's a real fun guy to be around. He's full of banter. He's just full of fun. It's just brilliant. But yeah, Starcross is brilliant. Moving on to the views and likes. It was 2,389 views and 62 likes. So pretty good. So next weekend, I've got a very fun story to tell you all about. Was Twyford, Maidenhead, West Drayton, Hayes and Harlington and Ealing Broadway. 15th of April. We didn't do Slough because we got called terrorists. I think I've explained that story at West Drayton before. We did, unfortunately. A staff member at Slough wasn't very nice to us and accused us all of being something that we weren't, let's just say. And I've just, in the West Drayton video, if you want to know the full story, check out my West Drayton video because it's all explained in there. View-wise, Twyford got 1,727 views and 51 likes. Unfortunately, I only spent 8 minutes of filming there because I was late due to my train being delayed quite a few times. Maidenhead, 1,757 views and 57 likes. West Drayton, 1,557 views and 40 likes. Hayes and Harlington, 2,194 views and 55 likes. And Ealing Broadway, 1,547 views and 50 likes. The highlight of it all, it was a very, very tough decision to make because everything I saw at the stations was really nice. But it does involve a HSD because pretty much we were in HST territory on that weekend. And it was a tough one between the passing HSD at Maidenhead or 43185 at Ealing Broadway. But after careful consideration and a lot of thinking and deciding what I wanted and what I thought was the best, it was 43185 at Ealing Broadway. So here it is.
Okay.
Somewhere. Please.
So when it's 184 or 186.
Yes! Brilliant ending.
So we moved back on and it was the 22nd of April. We went to I went to Worcester Foregate Street, Great Malvern and Hereford. Worcester Foregate Street got 1,984 views and 53 likes, which was pretty good. Great Malvern, 1,651 views and 39 likes. And Hereford, 1,838 views and 51 likes. The best station out of the three was Great Malvern. It was beautiful, it was very, just a really nice little station to film at. It's very, very scenic. I really like it and I can't wait to go back there again. But Hereford was really nice as well, and so was Worcester Foregate Street. They were all brilliant stations. So it's just a matter now of what the highlight was. It was a very, very tough decision to make. Foregate Street had a lot. It was really enjoyable. Great variety, attraction. Great Malvern. I don't know, I just really like Great Malvern, even though it's got less traction. And Hereford, of course, really nice as well. But there wasn't really a lot that really stood out at any of the stations because all we saw was everything that's usually there. So I had to think about what entertained me the most at all three. It was very, very difficult. But I just decided that the highlight was going to be the HST leaving Great Malvern, which I thought was Harry Patch, but it wasn't. So here it is.
Right, departing now is going to be an ECS going to Hereford from here. It's going to just do an ECS so it can start its journey again. I'm quite certain I think I know what's on the rear of that. Oh no, it's not! No! Never mind, never mind. 070. Don't worry. Damn sunlight.
Okay, so we move on to the 29th of April, and this was a really memorable trip. Bethnal Green, Tottenham Hale, Broxbourne, Harlow Town and Bishop Stortford. 5 stations on the West Anglia Main Line / Great Eastern Main Line. That were really good. Bethnal Green didn't see any Great Eastern Main Line traction due to the fact it was closed. But next time I go, hopefully they will be. For views wise, these ones are the lowest ones so far, but Bethnal Green got the most at 3,546 views and 46 likes. Tottenham Hale got 1,977 views and 39 likes. Broxbourne got 933 views only and 34 likes. Harlow Town got 1,150 and 27 likes, and Bishop Stortford 952 views and 25 likes. There wasn't really a standout moment at any of the stations, so there's no real highlights to really go with on this one. But probably the best moment I saw definitely was the 379 passing Broxbourne, so here it is.
379001 and 379002.
So after that trip was done, it went to May, the last month that's going to be covered on this part. Stratford and Stratford Regional, Stratford International were just 2 amazing stations. Tornado 922 joined me. It was a really nice one. Coincidentally, we were both going to those 2 stations on that same day, which was really weird. But just said you just want to fancy collaborating for that day and going out together, and he was like, yeah, cool, let's do that. So in the end I think he came along and we had a fun time. We had so many people come along for Stratford. Stratford International didn't have as many, but Stratford Regional had loads. It was fun. South London Rail Photography, 3214 Productions and JW Railways also came along. Surprised me, and they were really nice. 3214 Productions pretended to almost like hang himself over some stairs, which was really weird. It was really funny. It was just brilliant. The highlight was easy to pick. It was Eurostar passing Stratford International. There was a lot of good things at Stratford Regional though, because I saw C2C for the first time. I've not seen them for the first time before, so that was my first time looking at 357s, and they were quite nice. Nothing too special. They're just electro turbo starts. That's what they look like. They look like a 170 but an electric version. So yeah, the Eurostar passing into Stratford International was the highlight though. I'll get to that in a second. 3,531 views was Stratford Regional with 56 likes, and 1,797 views for Stratford International, 48 likes. So here it is. Here's the highlight of the Eurostar.
What was it? 205 and 206.
When all that was done, I visited my first trackside location of Hemerdon, which is located just outside of Plymouth. It was quite a very awkward place to get to, but we went there for a 67 that went through, which you're about to see. It got 680 views only. It's a trackside location, so I didn't expect much, and 42 likes. So here's the highlight of the 67. Hemerdon was beautiful, and here it is, the 67 passing. Okay, so we moved on to the 13th of May. That was another diverts weekend. A very different diverts weekend though. The first trip I did though was my first ever hour-long Trains That video at Bristol Temple Meads for a very early morning session there. Train Clips HD came with me, as did don't even remember. I don't know what channel name they use it. Maybe it's in the description. It was a very, yeah, it's Bristol Train Productions. Brandon came along as well. It was a brilliant session at Temple Meads. That was the first ever time I saw an 800 when they were on test, and it was really good. Bristol Temple Meads was beautiful. We then went to visit Grangetown, Dinas Powys and Barry. Now Grangetown was a good station. Unfortunately I had to use my tablet for most of it due to the fact that I didn't have enough battery power in the camera. I've got the Canon camera. I'm using my Sony camera right now, but the Canon one was forgot to charge the battery pack, so it was my own fault. Dinas Powys was a nice little station, and so was Barry. Barry was beautiful. But Bristol Temple Meads just took the cake for all of it, but obviously that was going to happen. So a highlight, I didn't actually pick one for Temple Meads because Temple Meads didn't have one, surprisingly. It was, yeah, the 800 leaving was nice, but I didn't get a good shot of it, so I didn't really think it would be worth adding it as a highlight. Saw lots of vinyls, 185, saw some green power cars as well, so it was really nice. But the highlight of everything was a tough one. The 158 leaving Barry was really good, but then there was a really funny clip at Dinas Powys when I believe a HST went past and Johnny's Vlogs gave SFT fan 1909 a piggyback, and literally you could see it right in the video. But that was just a really funny moment of Dinas Powys. So for that reason, I'm going to give it, that's the highlight. So here it is. It's just ridiculous.
Right, passing through now is another HST to London Paddington. Nice wave. Oh, it's the newly done 43160. And 43035. Hello.
I then went and visited some territory, some new territory actually, on the 20th of May, where I went to Cambridge and Ely. This was the second before last trip of May, I believe. Yes, it was. Third before last, sorry. Cambridge was beautiful. It's a very busy station with a lot of good traction. Cross-country services, Great Northern, Greater Anglia. It was good. Ely was outstanding. There was great variety there. 170s for Greater Anglia and cross-country. East Midlands trains 158. That's the Great Northern 365s and some freight. It was a really nice station. And a Greater Anglia 156 for that matter, going to Cambridge from Norwich. It was really good. But, I know Trainspot East is probably going to kill me for this, but the highlight had to be his stalker turning up at Cambridge. It was really, really funny, and I don't know, it just was brilliant. So here it is, 17271 turning up at Cambridge.
It's a 2-coach 170. So someone was so certain it was 208 when it actually wasn't.
I didn't see the green. I didn't see the green.
I hope. Also departing is 317664 with an ECS move, which we'll just see popping around there.
Kevin, that's 2 set. It's 271.
It's 172.71.
172.
Oh dear, dearie me.
780 in Cambridge.
Right, this had to turn up.
Oh, Kevin. Kevin.
My first sighting of it, Kevin. 172.71. Looking rather dirty. What did you do to this thing? 172.71, if you don't know, is Trainspot East Stalker. Just saying.
Before I continue, I'll just go through a few view counts and stuff because I forgot. Bristol Temple Meads got 3,050 views and 62 likes. Grangetown got 1,144 views and 48 likes. Dinas Powys got 1,214 views and 39 likes. And Barry got 1,523 views and 49 likes. Cambridge got 1,302 views and 41 likes, and Ely got 1,673 views and 37 likes. So yes, there you go. Moving on, they had an evening session in Exeter St David's with Train Clips HD. It was really nice. Both parts. Part 1 got 2,308 views and 45 likes, and the second part 1,579 views and 37 likes. Nothing particularly special about the day. It was a nice evening session. I enjoyed it. So, and St David's is a beautiful station, always will be. The final trip of that whole between January and May was Newton Abbot and trains around Dawlish. The first time that the new thumbnails came into place was this one, I believe. Yes, it was. And it was just a glorious day out. It was very sunny. DB trains, AB trains came down for a holiday. So did SFT 599, the Great Westerners, the two of them, Kieran and Sean, and a few others came down for a brilliant day out. Alex came down, Alex videos or Dank Trains in the UK came down as well. It was a fantastic day out. So it's a matter of also telling Train Clips HD off for saying it was his video, saying thank you for watching my video in his words, but it was actually, he said it was his video when it wasn't. It was a funny mistake, but yeah, it was a really good day out. I really enjoyed it. For a highlight, it was really, really tough, but after considering pretty much everything, I gave it to the cross-country HST on the Dawlish seawall, stopping and then leaving again. It was really nice. So there, here that is. Passing through now is a cross-country HST from Glasgow Central to Paignton. It's got a red light, so it's going to wait here. It's one of the summer services that was introduced. This one's every year. Glasgow Central, Paignton. Hey, no, 43, 356. No, 366. Okay, cool. Nice way from the driver. Charlie! Oh, never mind, tell him in a minute. See it go out in a minute. Right, the cross-country HSC just departed with 43304 on the rear. We just waved at like a load of passengers and they all just waved back. It's such a lovely area, this is. Especially when a train stops and it's HSC. Okay guys, so Newton Abbot got 1,277 views and 37 likes. And the trains around Dawlish got 1,663 views and 48 likes. So guys, I'd really like to thank you all for watching this video of part 1 of the 2017 year in review. I really do hope you have enjoyed it and looking at some of the highlights of my personal preferred highlights of each trip that I've done. Part 2 will be up in the following day, which will range from May over to September, and then part 3 September to December, with a nice little surprise for you at the end, which is of part 3, so keep an eye out for that. Part 1, thank you for watching, excuse me, and I shall see you all in part 2. Bye guys.